not done this in so long. I don't remember how to talk. Hi, welcome or welcome back. If you are new here, my name is Carson. This is my space where I talk about all my crafty, knitting type things. And if you're a returning viewer, welcome back. It's been a long time. It's been many months. But I'm excited to have a podcast for y'all today. I'm sitting down, got all my stuff in front of me, got some life updates, so let's just get going. See, I'm honestly pretty nervous. Haven't done this in a while, and I kind of forgot how to. But we'll see how this goes. Might be kind of chatty, but first things first. Like I said, if you're returning, it's been a few months, so thank you for being patient with me. My only real excuse for taking many months off is that I am pregnant. We are expecting our second baby at the very beginning of September 1st, which is coming up quickly. So yes, my knitting mojo has been all over the place these past 8 months. It completely went away when we first found out we were expecting our second baby. Like totally. I remember looking around and feeling sick whenever I saw just my yarn out, and I usually love having my yarn around the house. It's kind of almost like a decoration piece, just having it in baskets and having all of my works in progress out. It did make me really happy, but I remember looking at them, like all my yarn, and thinking, I'm gonna have to get rid of all of this. Like, it made me physically feel sick just thinking about knitting, looking at yarn. I hid the majority of it. I hid it all in cabinets, put it away. And yeah, for a hot second I was like, I'm gonna have to destash all of this. Like, I'm never knitting again. Luckily I did not. Knitting mojo kind of sort of came back, and it's not totally there right now. Oh no. My neighbor's letting his cats out. My windows are very open. Okay, shut his door. I've just had a lot of crafty energy, and then a lot of not so crafty energy, going up and down like a roller coaster. I've had some very sporadic spurts. Like, I've crocheted, I started sewing again, but I haven't sewn in a couple months. But yeah, I had like a sewing stint, like I said, crochet stint. I recently am on like a painting kick and drawing kick, which is interesting. So yes, but I'm also knitting. So instead of showing y'all like everything from the past almost a year, it's probably been since I've uploaded a video, I'm just gonna talk about things that I'm excited about working on right now and things that I have knit in the past couple months or so. So that was a long-winded intro. Anyways, thanks for being here with me today, and yeah, let's just get into it, I guess. I can start with, how do you start these things? Finished objects. And I might not have a whole lot to say about any of these because honestly my brain is also in a million different directions. I cannot remember much. I may not remember specific details. So maybe this will be more like a show and tell, but more showing, less telling. I don't know. We'll see. What should I start with first? I have notes in front of me just in case I forget. Okay, first I will start off with this little guy. This is I'm gonna have everything in the description below linked, and then also I'll try to put little captions of what things actually are because I am terrible at pronouncing names, patterns. Apologies in advance, but I think it's pronounced the Tsutsu Bear by Cynthia Valet. There we go. Oh, he's so cute. You'll see there's a theme in this. I have been knitting a lot of baby knit, well, not a lot of baby knits actually, but toddler knits too. This is for my son, so if you know, I have a son, his name is Wilder, he's 2.5. And I knit this for him because I actually knit another one of these little stuffy bears a couple months ago for my little nephew who is here now, but it was a baby shower gift, and I'll try to insert a picture of that one. It's a little bit different. I knit it yellow with a little red t-shirt because their kind of nursery theme is Pooh Bear, and that was their shower theme too. So I knit him a little Pooh Bear. But this is Wilder's little Tsutsu. I don't know how to say this. But he's just really cute. I'm trying to think of what to even say about him. I feel like if I would have filmed this right after, I would have had a lot. But really, this is just such a joy to knit. I'm definitely on a toy kick right now. This pattern started the toy kick, or just little stuffy animal kick. He's so tiny and he's so cute. And I would recommend this pattern to anyone who, even like an adventurous beginner knitter, because it is such a clear pattern to follow. There is zero seaming besides like grafting, Kitchener stitch type stuff. It's all knit in the round. It is on really tiny needles. It's US 0 needles, but I personally love knitting on like teeny tiny needles. It just feels so delicate and fun. And I knit this one on circular needles using magic loop, which I prefer. I knit the like Pooh Bear version that I gave to my sister-in-law, brother, and nephew on double pointed needles, which was fine. Like, I'm fine with double pointed needles, but they're just not my favorite. I definitely prefer knitting with longer circular using magic loop. So yeah, it's just so fun, and like embroidering all the details are really fun. You kind of do it in steps. Like I said, the pattern is so clear. You knit him from like the nose down, and then you add these little ears, and my favorite part is the little tush, the little I can't, the little tail's so cute. And then I also knit him this fisherman, half fisherman rib sweater. The pattern comes with I think 3 different sweater t-shirt patterns, like a variety of clothes you can make him, and beanies you can make him too. And I went with the fisherman, half fisherman rib sweater because it just looks so just cozy and chunky. And I had never knit fisherman's, oh, sorry, I'm having some issues. I've never knit fisherman's rib before, but it was way easier than what I thought it was going to be, and it was really fun. So I definitely want to knit some like beanies or something next for, you know, our family. But yeah, and I think I overstuffed the Pooh Bear version, and I think I overcompensated and maybe understuffed this version a little bit, but I think that's what makes it fun. Like, you can stuff it as much as you want to, as little as you want to. It changes the way they look, it changes their body shape, and you know what, bears come in all different shapes and sizes. So yeah, and once I block the sweater, it is a little bit long on his arms, so I do just roll it up, but it's really fun. And Wilder loves it. The first night, I guess the first, wow, I gotta say, I'm out of breath already. This is gonna be long. It's gonna take me a while to do this. Gotta catch my breath and think about what I was talking about. Wilder loves it. He loved watching me knit it, which was really special. I think whenever he saw the head come to life, and like whenever I embroidered on the nose and the mouth and the eyes, he was like, oh, what's that? And he was just so excited watching me knit it. He saw me like stuff it and seam it, and then, you know, I handed it over to him and he put it under a blanket and was like, little bear's going night night. It's just so cute. He is definitely obsessed with taking off his shirt. Wilder, my son, loves napping and sleeping with his stuffed animals right now, so he requested to sleep with this guy, and of course I was like, yes. But then I looked on his monitor and he was up like taking off the clothes. I was like, okay, maybe we shouldn't sleep with him. But yeah, it's just really, really fun. I want to knit a lot more of these, and actually, you'll see in my whip portion, I am knitting another animal. I love it. So on that same note, I think just seeing Wilder love on that little bear so much made me just really want to knit him more stuff. I haven't knit him much since he was a baby. I haven't knit him any toddler clothes. He is in daycare, so like he comes home just in food, and you know, he's a toddler. He does the same thing at home. He gets very dirty. He's always outside, so I don't knit him clothes because he would destroy them. And I've knit him, you know, hats and stuff, but I haven't knit him a ton at all in probably over a year. So I was like, yeah, toys are fun. They're so fun. He could use these forever. They could be little heirlooms. So I did knit him another little toy right after that one. Or maybe before that one. I honestly don't remember what order I knit these in. But this is Lukash the Frog. And he is so quirky. Oh, and I guess I will say, for these little stuffy projects, I've just been using leftover scrap sock yarn. I have a ton of sock yarn. And so for this one, it's a DK weight pattern, so I just held sock yarn double. But for the little stuffed Tsutsu, how do you say that, bear, it's fingering weight, so I just used, you know, fingering weight sock yarn held single. So this guy is so quirky, so fun. This one is seamed. You knit him in 5 different parts. So you knit the little like heart body, then the 2 arms and the 2 legs, then you seam them together, but it was super easy. The pattern is also very clear, would highly recommend. And I just can't stop looking at them. They're so fun. I have been really craving color recently, which is very out of character for me. I love primary colors right now, and like bright red, bright yellow, bright blue. And so that's what I chose to like dress him in. I did a little freehand duplicate stitch, like half sun, to make it a little bit more just like fun and quirky. So yeah, the pattern comes with how to knit the body, then it also comes with how to knit pants and a shirt. I think that's it for clothes. But yeah, very simple, easy pattern. I knit this guy on magic loop in the round 2. Have no idea what needles. I'm not even gonna remember. But yeah, magic loop, circular, in the round, super easy, super fun. And I had intentions of knitting, oh, I guess I haven't said, but we're having a little girl. Wilder's getting a baby sister, which is really exciting. He's very excited about it, so I had intentions of knitting another one, maybe even in fingering weight on smaller needles to make it like tiny and do a little girl version with just different colors and stuff. I haven't done that yet, but I think it would be really, really fun. So yeah, Lucas. Wilder loves like taking the legs and making him do the splits and also like clapping his hands. This is just like a really fun toy for him to play with, and he loves taking the clothes off too. This is, I think he had put the bear and the frog in bed with him that night, and he was taking both of their clothes off, like playing with them. So, but he loves them. It's fun. Yeah, it's just really fun. I don't know what else to say about it. I do have a friend who is also due with a girl in September, a little bit after I am, and she loves frogs, so I really want to knit her one too for her little girl, just for fun. But I kind of feel like at this point I'm running out of time. I don't know. I'm trying not to put hardcore plans on myself. Last time knitting for my son, when I was pregnant with him, I think I channeled all my anxious energy into knitting, and it also made me more anxious though, because I had this whole list of things that I really wanted to knit him, and I just felt like I was running out of time all the time. I think I was also just anxious for him to be here. Yeah, just a lot of anxious knitting energy, and I'm trying very hard to like lean into what I'm enjoying and not have any list, any deadlines. I honestly haven't knit. We call her baby sister. We don't have a name yet, but I've just been knitting baby sister. Sorry, I haven't been knitting baby sister much at all this go around. Honestly, because like Wilder has a bunch of, not a bunch, but he has quite a few baby sweaters that I think would fit her too at some point. So she's gonna have a lot of hand-me-downs she can wear. And I am knitting her, I'll show you in a second. I'm knitting her some bonnets, some hats, but no clothes. Anyways, that was a tangent. This is Lucas, and now I'm gonna move on. So this is something that I knit, little sister. This is a bonnet. It is a free pattern. It's called the Otto Bonnet. I will put who it's by below because I honestly don't remember, but I used Capella Luna Fibers sock yarn in her Apothecary collection, I think, which is one of her more recent collections. I sample knit for her last August, and I was given like a am I trying to say? As compensation for sample knitting, I was given a gift card to purchase a skein of yarn whenever I wanted to, and I saw her come out with this really just deep teal color, and I loved it. And so yeah, that's what I spent my sample knitting compensation on. But I knit this bonnet for baby sister, and I have a ton more yarn left over, so I really want to knit like a little scarf or something. I don't know. Haven't done that yet, haven't pondered on it too much, but just an aside. So this bonnet is very cute. It's tonal, so it kind of has some like little stripies right here, which I wasn't anticipating, but I think it's cute. It looks handmade and fun. I'm really leaning into the handmade aspect. Instead of making things look store-bought, I want them to be quirky and fun and colorful and handmade. So yes, what am I trying to say? Any details on this? Okay, this is a free pattern. It comes in a preemie and newborn size, but I looked through all of the notes online on Ravelry because there were a few projects, and a lot of people said that it ran big. So like the preemie size was more like a newborn size, and the newborn size was a little bit bigger. I did not gauge watch, I did not check my gauge. I just cast on for the newborn size, hoping it would come out to like a 1 to 3 month size, since my due date's September 1st, so she could very well be here in August. She could be a summer baby. I don't know. I did not want to knit. I don't even know if I'm gonna knit a newborn bonnet, to be honest, because of that, because it's still gonna be really hot here. We live in Texas, on like very close to the coast, so it's so hot and so humid, even into October, honestly. So I didn't really want to knit her any knitwear for September, because she probably would only wear it for a picture. So I'm hoping this will fit her around like November, December, when it starts to get a little chilly, depending on what Texas decides to do. But so I knit the newborn size, recommended needles, and I did compare it to a bonnet that I knit wilder. It was in like a 3-month-ish size, and it's comparable. So I do think the pattern runs a little bit big. But yeah, I love it. It has these little like alternating rib details that was really fun to do. Now that I'm talking about this, because it's been like a month or two since I've knit it, now I'm remembering. This was a very interesting construction because you actually start with the I-cords. You make the I-cords first, which at first I was like, ugh, I don't really want to do that. But once I did it, I was like, okay, well now the I-cords are out of the way. That's something that I usually linger on, like details like that. If I have to do details at the very end, I just kind of stop and let it linger for a while because I just don't want to do them. But knitting the I-cords first was actually not bad. It did look really weird though, because I remember it looking like a jellyfish, because it was just I-cords and then like a partial bonnet. I don't know how to explain it. But there's also lots of ends to weave in at the end, which I don't mind weaving in ends, but yeah, just the way it's constructed, there's quite a few different places where you weave in ends. I don't know if you can see that at all. But overall, I would recommend the pattern. It's really easy to follow, easy to read, had no issues, and was different. I kind of would like to make another one, maybe in a more solid, less tonal color, just so it looks more solid, but I think it's cute. It'll be very colorful. Gotta take a small water break. Okay, on to the next finished object. This one is one of my favorites. This is so quirky and cute. This is the quirky, cute, like very bright things I've been wanting to knit. This is, what is this called? Let me flip my notes real quick. Okay, the berry bonnet. This is a free pattern from Drops, and it was just really fun to knit. Again, I just used some sock yarn I had in my stash. It's either a DK weight or a worsted weight pattern. I don't remember which one, but I just doubled up on sock yarn, did 2 strands, super easy, and it's just so cute. I mean, it looks like a little strawberry. I do enjoy eating strawberries, but I right now I think strawberries are very in. I'm seeing lots of strawberry themed like sweaters and little pouches, and I'm very drawn to those. And so whenever I saw this hat, I was like, it's so cute, it's so quirky, I have to knit it, and I'm so glad that I did. It was really fast too. The color work was simple and fun, just like little sprinkles throughout. I don't think I switched needle sizes for the color work, I just went with the same needles throughout the entire hat, and that worked out for me. I don't have any weird tension. I'm trying to think if there's anything else to say about this. Oh, the pattern, it is free, it's from Drops. I haven't knit a free Drops pattern before, but this one was very basic. Like, it told you exactly what you needed to know and nothing else. It did not hold your hand at all, it gave you charts. And I mean, you know, it's a hat, so it was pretty simple to figure out, but I did have to step back and look at the pattern and really read through all of it, all like 5 lines, and then, you know, use my brain to think about what to do. So just a note, it might be a little tough to follow if you're like a very beginner knitter, but you know, it is what it is. Like I said, it gives you all the basic information is there that you need to knit this, and I did it, so you probably can too. And I really love it. I don't know what size this is. I don't know what size it'll fit. Whenever I was knitting it, I don't even remember what size I cast it on for. But whenever I was knitting it, I was like, oh, this looks big. And I can't tell. I don't know. I don't know if this will fit her when it's like December-ish. Or maybe even, it's even cold here though in like February and March. So maybe when she's 6-ish months old, it'll still fit her. I don't know. I don't know what size this is. I don't remember what size I cast it on, but it definitely, to me, looked bigger than whatever size I ended up casting on. And it has this really cute rolled edge. I thought about turning this into a ribbed brim, and I was like, I'm just gonna embrace it. And I love it. So bright, so fun. So yeah, that's my last finished object, and I have a couple of whips. I have a few more whips that have been lingering for quite some time that I'm not even going to talk about because I don't know if I'll work on them soon or not. So I'm just going to talk about the 2 that I'm really working on right now. I guess we'll keep it going with the toy theme. So this is the next toy I'm working on. This is Nanna or Nanna, the duck, again by Cynthia Valet. Question mark on how you pronounce her last name, but she's just so cute. I mean, look at her. This one is more of a baby sister knit, but Wilder's loving her too, and I'm definitely gonna let him, you know, play with her. They're gonna share all their toys, all their animals, so Wilder's definitely gonna get a hold of this little duck first, but it's just so much fun. Again, just using sock yarn, US 0 needles, which the pattern recommends. You start at the bill and you knit the head and you do the little details, and I am on the hands, the feathers right now. I love how big and floppy they are. Like, that's so fun. So yeah, I'm really enjoying her. I'm knitting on this one a lot slower than I knit on the little bear or even the frog, I think, just because I'm kind of in another knitting funk right now. I've been really, I guess, nesting into like house stuff, trying to clean and make stuff for the house. I don't know. I'm having some weird energy, but I am still slowly knitting on her and I'm really enjoying the process. I'm excited to get her all knit and blocked and stuffed up. And she's actually from a book. So I don't think she's available on Ravelry as a single pattern, but she is in this book. It's by Cynthia. Moosh and Friends? Seamless Toys to Knit and Love. So yeah, they're all seamless. They all come with lots of little clothes and accessories, and this book was on my wish list for a while after I knit the little bear from Cynthia too, just because there's so many cute little animals in here, and I knew that this book would last me forever. Like, I could knit on these for years, and Wilder would love them, baby sister would love them, hopefully. I could knit them for more like baby shower gifts. I think I've denounced since knitting the little Pooh Bear for my sister-in-law and nephew. I think I've denounced like baby clothes for gifts because honestly they just don't last that long. They're not the most practical in certain places depending on weather, and to me toys will just get so much more use. You know, when they're babies you could have them out as like decoration or, you know, whatever, and then whenever they get older and start wanting to play with stuffed animals, they'll be ready for them to play with. So yeah, I have denounced. Honestly, maybe even for my own children, I might be straying away from clothes. Definitely feels that way in this pregnancy right now. I haven't knit any garments for baby sister, like I said, so besides of course hats and accessories, which I do think are useful. So yes, this is an acquisition, I guess, technically, but I am really enjoying knitting out of this book. It's a much different experience than knitting. Not much difference, you know, it's physical versus on my phone. I usually have the pattern on my phone, but I do feel more like grounded and a little slow, which I am craving right now. Just like off technology, off screens. I'm really enjoying reading from this book. So this is, I don't want to give too much away because it's, you know, paid for pattern, but this is what she'll look like. And I love her little dress. It's like a garter stitch dress, and I want to knit it in all different sorts of bright colors. I'm just very excited for this one. And Wilder has looked through this book multiple times, and he's shown me lots of animals that he wants me to make, pretty much everyone. He says, Mama, make that. Mama, make that. And he's really enjoying He's really enjoying watching as I knit the duck too. I was knitting on something else maybe this morning or yesterday, not the duck, and he was like, Mama, you still making the duck? He was concerned that I was not actively knitting on it, and I was like, yes, the duck is still being made. But yeah, I love it. I love knitting out of this book. There's so many more little friends I want to make over the years, and yeah. Okay, I've taken a breath. I'm ready for my last work in progress. This is actually a work in progress. I guess this is the first one for myself. Again, when my knitting mojo, my knitting thoughts have been everywhere. At the beginning, when I found out I was pregnant, I kind of made the decision of like, I don't really want to knit any baby sweaters or clothes right now, because, you know, she'll have a ton of hand-me-downs from Wilder that will definitely work for her. And also I just didn't find them like the most practical, you know, she'll grow out of them, yada yada. And in my mind I was like, maybe I should just focus on making me and my husband some sweaters or shirts or garments. So for a minute I was in a garment kick. I didn't finish any. And that's one of my lingering whips I'm not even going to talk about. But then, you know, they kind of changed. Like my knitting mojo completely went away. I did knit on a couple socks, but I'm usually a big sock knitter. Haven't knit on socks. I actually started a sock a couple weeks ago on a road trip, but then I just haven't knit on it, and I think I'm gonna tear it down because I just have no motivation. But this is a garment that I do want to get done. Now, I'm not gonna wear it anytime soon because like I have a massive bump, massive baby bump, and I really don't know how my body's gonna change after I have her in a month or so. So I have kind of held off on garments, but this is one that I started a couple months ago. It's kind of a summer/fall transitional piece. This is the Surya top by Moki Knits. You can't really tell. I mean, I'm working on the body right now, but it is a tie front top/vest. And yeah, I do want to get this one done. Not anytime, I say that. A part of me does want to get it done before baby sister gets here, just so I will have it after I have her. But honestly, I know from experience for a while, I'm just going to be in like sweats and t-shirts like I am now. Like, I'm not going to be going out anywhere fancy, but I do think this will be a fun little transitional piece to throw on, either as a top or even in the fall or winter as a little like vest under a long sleeve t-shirt. I'm imagining going to farmers markets in this, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I just have a vision of baggy jeans, this little tie front top, my little farmer's market bag, pushing a stroller with a little newborn, Wilder walking beside us. I just have like a vision. And for some reason, it all occurs at the farmer's market, which we do go to occasionally, but like it's a tiny farmer's market at our town. Like, anyway, I don't know. That's just kind of the vision. That's why I cast it on. I'm really loving the tie front look right now. I feel like it's really big, or it has been really big this past summer and this past spring. And yeah, I think this will be like a good transitional piece for fall. I am on the body. I have been on the body for a while. This has been kind of lingering for a couple months. I think I started it on the way to the beach. We had a little beach trip, mini baby moon thing. Me and my husband just went to the beach like 2 hours away from us. And it was really nice. And I did bring this to knit on, and I knit a lot of it at night while we were watching, movies and stuff. And then when we got home, I guess I just set it down. I didn't really knit on it for a long time, but I did pull it out yesterday and have been consistently knitting on it. So I think I've knit maybe an inch more on the body than I had. But I think I'm nearing the end of the body, but I'm also don't want it to be super cropped. I want it to be a little bit longer. Maybe like an inch or so longer. And then I'll have to bind off and do all the little details. I think there's quite a bit of I-cord to do. And of course the ties. But I am really excited about this one. And I did have to rip up an old project. So I'm using Patton's linen yarn. I don't remember what color. I don't even think it matters anymore since Joann went out of business. Sad. I don't think this yarn's being produced. I could be wrong though. But I did buy it from Joann's. Or Joann. Back in the day when that existed. This was a ripple crop. It was one of Jessie. I had knit a tank top with this yarn, and I just didn't love the way the linen felt. Skin to tank top. I don't know. I didn't love the way it felt super tight on me. So this will have a bit of positive ease. I did knit it a size, I think I was in between sizes, and I decided to go a size up for more of an oversized fit, plus to compensate for breastfeeding. So yes, I did have to rip up that tank top. So I have 2 full-ish skeins of this yarn, and that's exactly what I need. But I'm not sure if I'm gonna run out before I need to do the details. So I was thinking, I don't know, this seems like a lot though. I don't remember what I weighed this as. This is the last of it that I have. So I still need to do a little bit of the body and then all the details. But I was thinking, if I don't have enough of the details, if I knit it really long, or I want to knit it as long as I can, I could potentially do the details and the ties in white, which could be fun to have a little bit of contrast. Because I do have some white cotton sock yarn, not sock yarn, but just fingering weight yarn I could double up. Since this is a DK weight pattern, I don't know. We'll see. That could add a nice little like handmade touch to it, I think. But I don't know. Right now I'm just knitting on the body. It's just back and forth. Knits and purls, super easy. And yeah, I'm excited about this one, but I know I won't wear it until after I have this baby, so. Like I said, not in a big rush. I don't have to finish it, but I do think once she gets here, it would take me longer to finish it, just with all the details and stuff, rather than just doing it now. So, and it would be nice to have. Alrighty. Y'all, that's everything that I've been actively knitting on. Like I said, I have some lingering, really just 2 lingering works in progress that I haven't knit on in a while, and I probably won't. And honestly, whenever I went through my knitting, complete loss of knitting, whenever, I guess back in January, February, when I was like hiding on my yarn, I ripped up a ton of it. I think any project that was like midway through, I just ripped it up. I mean, obviously not ripped it, like I frogged it. I frogged it all back, and I just put it all back. And I thought I'd be more upset about it now that I have my knitting mojo back, but I honestly don't even remember what I frogged. So I didn't matter that much. I'm sure it was a lot of half socks, but yeah. So I do have a couple of acquisitions. Let's see. Since I just talked about our little beach trip, we went to Galveston, which I really enjoyed. We stayed in town in a little Airbnb in someone's like studio, and it was really fun. Just like cruising around town, going to the beach every day, eating really yummy food. And they have a yarn store there called Joyfully Stranded, and I've been there once before. Anytime I'm in Galveston now, which is rare, even though it's so close, so we should go more. I definitely try to make a stop by it because it's just such a cute little shop. It is a yarn shop and a bead shop, so she just has some really fun stuff, and I've met the owner twice, both times she's been there when I popped in, and she's just really sweet, really nice, very eager to help. And I ended up getting some of this really bright pink cotton yarn. So this is Queensland collection, Coastal Cotton Fine, Pure Soft Cotton. I don't know what color this is, but it's very bright pink, and I did get this with intentions of knitting baby sister something. Now it's been a couple months, and obviously I haven't cast anything on yet. But when I got this in my mind, I was thinking about knitting her I have it written down. The Pinwheel Baby Romper, which I think is a Pearl Soho pattern. It's not free, it's paid for, but it is one of the cutest baby knits I've ever seen. I remember saving it whenever I found out I was pregnant with Wilder, and I was like, if I have a little girl, I'm going to knit her this. I did not, boy, but I have just always really loved it. It does look a bit more feminine to me. I think you could probably knit it for, a little boy too, but it does look a bit more feminine because it ties for the straps. It's so cute. That's honestly the one garment I am considering making. I think I would want to make it for her though in a bigger size, not newborn size. I think it looks really cute on, at least the pictures I've seen, it looks really cute when kids can like sit up or walk because it's like a little bubble romper. So I might still knit her that with this, I'm not sure. I might wait until she's a little bit older, maybe knit it in the 1 year size or something. But I was also, I don't know if I've said this already, but I have been very into like home things right now, just like trying to make our home as cozy as possible when she gets here, because I know we'll be home a lot. And I kind of went through the same thing with whenever I was pregnant with Wilder. I was due around Christmas with him, so I was very into like, not Christmas decorating, but just winter cozy stuff. This go around though, I am craving color in our house too. And so I painted a picture frame. I'm looking at right now, maybe I'll insert a picture. I painted a little picture frame with like one that we found in an estate sale. It was an old wooden frame, and it just adds so much happiness to our room. It makes me so happy to look at, and I want to do more and paint more. And yeah, so I'm just really craving adding little bright colorful things here and there. So I'm thinking I might pick up my crochet mojo, I guess, that I left back in April. I was very big into crocheting for a hot second. Actually, I can show you something I crocheted. Very simple things, but I crocheted some granny squares. I've been using them as coasters, and honestly, they're the most used thing in our house. I love seeing them out on our table. It's holding my drink right now. But I just did them in a couple different colors, different color variations, and I also knit some bigger ones, and I turned that into like a hanging piece, wall decor. Maybe editing Carson will show you pictures if I remember. But I would love to make a triangle granny square garland to like hang in our living room or something, or in her room, which that's another dilemma. She doesn't have a room in this house, so, which she'll be in our room for a while. So maybe for our room, wherever she ends up being, I might incorporate this and do like some really colorful, bright crochet garlands. I don't know. I think I will have I have 2 skeins of this yarn. So I think even if I do want to knit the Pinwheel romper, I'll have a bit more left over. We'll see. Verdict's still out. Then I have one more which is slightly delusional. Again, my mojo has been everywhere, and for the split second that I was like, maybe I should focus on me and my husband knitting us sweaters for after she gets here for like the fall and the winter, I made the mistake of saying that out loud, which I was very passionate about it at the time. For like a week I was very passionate, and so I told my husband, I was like, you know what, I will knit you a new sweater this year. Instant regret. Well, not really. I have knit him a few sweaters in the past. Some didn't turn out so great. One though is great for him. It has a hoodie on it and he wears it constantly in the winter and the fall. He's constantly outside in the woods and it has seen better days. And so I do think, like, I know if the sweater fits right, he will wear it. Like, he's very, very, very knit worthy for sure, and you know, we can take care of it. So I was like, pick a pattern, pick some yarn, I'll get it and I'll cast it on this summer and then I'll be ready for you by September when she's here. Really, I wanted to knit me one sweater and him one sweater. That like felt doable before she got here. Now it hasn't happened, but you know what, we have the yarn for it. So he picked out the what was it, Petite Knits Zipper Sweater Men in the light version, which is DK. So we found some yarn. At the time it was on sale. Pearl Soho was having a big sale. I've never used Pearl Soho yarn before, so I was excited to try it. So we got some good wool. It is 100% Andean Highland wool undyed, and it's in this color, which I don't know what it is, but it's kind of like a gray brown. And this is technically sport weight, but in the description online I read that it fluffs up and you can knit it as DK weight or even worsted weight, so I've been swatched. I mean, in my mind, at the point in time in which we purchased this, I thought I would be done with it by now, but no. I haven't even casted it on, and I probably won't, and I think he knows that. Won't cast it on soon. It'll probably be after she gets here, whenever I get in like a sweater kick mode. Because right now, you know what? I'm growing a human. I'm pregnant. I'm tired. And I just want to do things that bring me joy. So like if something's not making me happy in my free time, I'm not going to do it. Because knitting is my free time, you know? It's my hobby. It's what I do for fun. So this is going to have to wait until it feels fun again. But it'll be okay. I'm just laughing that that was a thought in my mind. And I was very passionate about it for a week or two. And here we are. Many months later. Okay, so that's all my knitting wrapped up, but I have been reading / listening to books a little bit, so I can talk about those pretty quick. My reading mojo has also been wild. If you're a returning viewer, if you like listening to my book portion, you might know that I am very into fantasy. I'm a fantasy girly. Always have been, and that's really the only thing that's intrigued me. Some science fiction, but mostly fantasy, very fantasy heavy. And something about the state of my mind, I tried to pick up a couple of fantasy books. They were supposed to be really good, and I just could not latch on to them. I think picking up the new magic systems, and my brain just couldn't handle it. I was tired. I still am tired, and I just wanted something easy to read. Easy peasy. And so I have some friends, one friend in particular who's been telling me that she's really she loves reading like very light-hearted romance books. And you know what? I am enjoying it. And I see them more on Instagram too. Like, I know a lot of knitters read as well, so a lot of people that I follow, I've seen some people post about these books that I started reading, and I was like, you know what? We'll just dive in. We'll try. We'll give it a shot. And I have been enjoying it. I don't even know, I'll just list off the books that I've read. I don't remember what order, but I did read Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez, I believe, which is actually part of a series, but they can also be standalone. So that's the first one of her books I've ever read, and it's in the middle, technically, of a series, but I understood it as a standalone too, and I did enjoy it. It was good. I brought it to the beach. It was a very beachy type of read, summery read, I guess I should say, and it was enjoyable. I don't remember what it was about now. I mean, that's not true. I remember a little bit, but it's about like a traveling nurse, and then I can't remember. I don't know. It was good though. I'm just gonna tell you what books I read. I'm not gonna try to recollect. It was good. Would recommend. Very lighthearted with some like heavier emotions, I guess. And then the one that I just got through reading that I loved was First Time Caller by B.K. Borison. This is a retelling of Sleepless in Seattle, which I had never seen before reading the book. So it was a retelling, and it was so funny, so cute. I really enjoyed it. I think I'm sad that it's over now. But I honestly had no idea what Sleepless in Seattle was about. I didn't know any of the premise, so I came into this book totally blind. I have since watched Sleepless in Seattle. I made it a big deal. Like, after I finished the book, I went to the library, I checked out Sleepless in Seattle, and me and my husband just watched it a couple days ago, and I didn't like it. I much preferred the book. I loved the book, which is a retelling, so it's, you know, it's not exactly Sleepless in Seattle, but I thought Sleepless in Seattle was a little weird. I didn't like it. I don't know, it felt a little creepy, to be honest. But that's just a short little aside. Okay, so really enjoyed First Time Caller, and then I also listened to The 7 Year Slip, which is a romance book with a bit of fantasy magic, and I enjoyed it. It wasn't heavy on the fantasy magic. It's also time travel, which I really do love time travel books as well. And it was just fun listen. I listened to that one, and it was fun. That's all I remember. I think that's about it. But I did pick up, I turned in my library books, and I don't know, I didn't really see anything that I loved or wanted to read at the library. And sometimes I love going to the library. I'm there at least once a week, checking out books and movies, DVDs. But also the due date stressed me out a little bit because I feel like I have to read them within a certain time frame, which, you know, you can always renew, and I do many times. But I just kind of wanted something, especially since the baby time's getting closer. We're about to be on baby watch in a couple of weeks. We'll be home a lot more. I just wanted something on my shelf that I didn't really have to worry about taking back to the library. I don't know. I mean, next week I might go back and find something and check it out. I'm not on a ban or anything, but I did decide to pick out something from my shelf, and I picked out Feybound, which I've had for a few months now. And I actually tried reading this, I think probably at the beginning of the year, which is when I found out I was, you know, expecting. And then my mojos went everywhere, just everything went everywhere. And I did not finish it. I think I got like 2 chapters in. But it is a fantasy book. I honestly don't know what it's about. I remember I read chapter 1 yesterday, and I remember there are fae, humans, and elves. That's where I'm at. And someone's a commander, or about to be a commander, colonel in the army. I haven't gotten too far, but it's good right now. Chapter 1 was good, and hopefully I'll read some more of it today. But yeah, so that's what I'm reading, and hopefully I will finish it. We'll see. Well, y'all, that was it. That's the end. Thanks for sticking with me. I know that was a lot. Had a lot to go over, maybe a little bit rambly. And to be honest, I don't know when I'm gonna film again. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. I'll be home a lot this coming month because, you know, we'll be about a month out and we want to stay close to home just in case things go down. So maybe I'll feel like filming again. But I don't know. So I'm not sure when I'll see y'all next. But I guess thanks for sticking around and listening to all the words that came out of my mouth. And I hope y'all are doing something fun, doing things y'all enjoy, whether that's knitting, crocheting, other crafty things, sewing. Yeah, I hope y'all are having a good time. And like I said, don't know when, but I guess I will edit in Carson, remember. I will link some YouTubers I have been enjoying watching recently, just in case you're looking for more content, because like I said, it's been a year since I've been online or been on YouTube, and I don't know when I'm coming back. So just in case, just if you want something new, something fun, I'll put some links below, people who I've really been enjoying watching on YouTube, whether it's knitting, podcasts, like more traditional formats. I've really been liking vlogs too, and just like crafty channels in general. So yeah, I'll put those there. Anyways, thanks for joining, and I will see y'all next time.